Hi, my name is Alex Diviney. I'm running for the Senate seat for College of Science and Engineering, and I'm really here today for one reason, to fight apathy in my generation. Gen Z has been issuing a cry for help for years now. When your entire generation relates to each other through suicide jokes and a shared pervasive skepticism, you start to realize that something is deeply wrong. Gen Z has not just lost faith in their institutions and culture, they've also lost faith in themselves all too often. Gen Z is the least likely generation to report very good or excellent mental health. Many take sleeping aids, anti-anxiety medication, antidepressant medicine, Adderall, some combination of these, or all of these. Almost all of us are addicted to our phones into apps like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, etc. I know people who report spending 12 hours a day on their cell phones. We realize that we have less of a chance of owning a home than previous generations, and if we aren't careful, college debt can outrun our ability to pay it off. Yet declaring bankruptcy won't actually get rid of the debt either. The light at the end of this tunnel is that despite all of this, Gen Z is still chugging along. They're less likely to drop out of high school than previous generations, and more likely to be enrolled in college. Trends show that they're better at handling debt than millennials as well. So this is an interesting dichotomy we have here. On one hand, the kids are not all right, but on the other hand, they're hardworking, career-focused, and future-looking. We have a tremendous amount of potential, and it's going to be our job to fix the problems of this world in the near future, whether we're ready for it or not. I'm worried, though, that Gen Z has little to look forward to at the end of the day. We have few close friends, and especially for freshmen this year, making friends over Zoom is basically a non-starter, and the ability to sleep right through a lecture is convenient, but can end up biting us in the butt. What I'm here to do is ensure that community is something that is going to be pushed very aggressively on campus. Clubs need to be promoted, given funding, and given the freedom to do really cool things. Greek life needs to have a bigger voice and be given the ability to prove that they are a vital part of campus life. Students need to see that being on campus is worth it. And the only way that it makes sense to be on campus is if they're presented with the ability to be part of groups that are welcoming, active, and innovative. So honestly, being a senator is really only one part of the equation. I'm actually not really looking forward to sitting in a room with a bunch of people discussing bylaws and getting caught up in the wording of paragraph 3, section B. I actually read over all the bills passed last year, or 2019, it was a little bit unclear. And a third of the bills dealt with rewording the ASISU Constitution to generalize the term satellite campuses, so it didn't specifically mention the Idaho Falls campus anymore. Another third of the bills were in regards to outsourcing the work of a finance committee to a finance technician over the course of half a dozen bills. Not exactly fulfilling or fun work, in my opinion. What the Senate does give you, though, is the ability to direct funding to clubs and student organizations that are doing cool-ish. That is going to allow me to make sure that the people who are putting in the time to make sure that you have a place to hang out, whether they're the Marketing Association, the Sustainability Club, NSLS, ISU ACM, which disclaimer I'm the president of, any organization that proves that they are rehabilitating the college experience, that they have the resources to do so. Now, these are some big promises. And if I was doing this on my own, I'd only really be able to promise that I would do my best to rehabilitate the college experience. But well, luckily, I'm not doing this on my own. I'm one of the co-founders of the Amplify Party. You might have seen the acronym ACT around, ACT. I know it was beaten in yesterday. A stands for activism, C stands for community, and T stands for transparency. These are our core ideals. They all overlap with each other, but the most actionable ideal is community. We're going to ensure that you don't walk around campus and have it feel like a ghost town. COVID has delayed our lives for a year now, and it's been painful for everyone. And now is the time for you to get the college experience that you were promised and that you paid for. Generational apathy is not something that we're going to be able to solve in a day or in a year, but we can try to ensure that you have something to look forward to every week and give you access to people with the same interests as you and the ability to connect with your peers, really connect with them. That is the first step. Thank you.